Hail, hail, and welcome to Celtic World North America. We're a YouTube channel that puts the spotlight on the worldwide Celtic support. And on our show, we try to bring a bit of the North American perspective on things. Had a little bit of technical difficulties before we started, but so we lost one of our guests for tonight, but we'll try to, plow through it. Things are happening at an insanely slow pace, just like we talked about last week at the club. Huns have a new manager. Hearts are signing a bunch of players. You see almost every day, it seems like. But Celtic's still on holiday and doesn't look to have learned anything from last season. Even seeing rumors that Martin might walk away because it's such a train wreck. So hopefully the news starts picking up. Because I think, as we talked about last week, the squad needs pretty much a complete overhaul. So always stuff to talk about. And we have a new guest with us this week to hash things out. So let's get to it. First things first, as always, Chris, how we doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, we had, like I said, technical difficulties with Brian.
It's technical opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. And then we lost your audio, or you couldn't hear me right before we started. So shit.
It's a mess.
Yeah, but we can plow through it. Yeah. And first-time guest joining us tonight from Charleston CSC, Matthew. How you doing, bud?
How are we doing? Hail, hail, y'all.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. I know you were in the chat a couple times. I remember seeing you.
Yeah, usually it's a couple of these deep. Last time I think it was after the decision, and oh man, I was like injected. I need all of the podcasts, all the videos, all the Chris Boyd crying clips that I could get. It was something.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
So typically when we have our first timers on, we always try to get your guys' Celtic origin story, I like to call it. Because, everybody has a different one. Like, I mean, some of the guys have been, you can tell Scottish accent, Irish accent, they probably grew up with it before they moved over here. But like me, Chris, you, American. So we all kind of have a different story. Like, so how did you come across Celtic in your life?
Yeah, so grew up from South Carolina. It's born and raised South Carolina, University of South Carolina athletics fan. But overall, I was a real big sports fan. And our parents got us a GameCube. I think it was back in 2003, 2004. And the first thing I was just picking up soccer, being in middle school. That's what all my friends were playing. I mean, I played it like as a kid, but I think it was FIFA, I think it was like 102. And knowing that like we had like Scottish like in the line, I was just going through teams. I'm like, this logo looks really cool. And I start playing with them. And I think whatever year that I had only one that I just didn't remember was on the playing with was Henrik Larsson. And went from there. I mean, I'd toy around with like all the big like teams. Like growing up, like we had like Fox Soccer Channel just came as a part of like our DirecTV subscription. So I got to see all the big matchups and everything. Like Messi when he was still wearing 19, Petr Cech. So I played goalkeeper. Like I'd follow teams based on their players. But the only real team that I like really stuck with was Celtic. And once I got a little bit older, I could like access it more. Like I remember working at a YMCA. One day I found a feed, like I should not have been looking at this while working the front desk at a YMCA. It was the day that they were playing Barcelona in 2012. The 2-1 win. I had that up and I'm like, I picked the right day to like turn it on. And I'm also got like back when like people like live tweeting the game and everything. I'm like, am I really seeing this? This is wild. Like, because I like Barca as a kid for Ronaldinho, like Samuel Eto'o, like all those guys, like they were fun to watch, but there was something about like the green and white hoops that I loved. Then I joined the Navy in 2014, went on deployment. And when I got back, it's actually a bit of a, I guess it's bittersweet. I was married at the time. And we did a delayed honeymoon, week in Scotland, week in Ireland. First time I'd ever left the States, not on a big tin can. And I got to see my first match. Went through a really sketchy website to get these tickets. Celtic majors. My first match.
Wow.
And it was impressive. Like talking to all the locals, like being from South Carolina and from the South, you hear about like Southern hospitality and everything. We don't necessarily live up to it all the time, but Glasgow was an entire city full of what you want the South to be. It was everybody opened, like swung their doors wide open for us. It was a great time. We were there during St. Pat's festivities. It was impressive. Then I made a return trip when I was stationed in Greece. And again, I was hooked. I was obsessed. Ended up meeting all sorts of people that I still talk to. After like almost every single match, I'm reaching out to people that are still awake over there, whether they're at Squirrel Bar, they're like making the trek to Grace's after, like whatever it is. Legit, some of the best times I've ever had have involved Celtic. And it's one of those things that I'm trying to bring my fiance around to. She's very, very, very big American football fan. I haven't cracked that egg yet, but it's okay. She's come out. She's been there. She's got three strips. Yeah, but getting stationed back here, Connor actually hit me up because he was just going through, I don't know if it was Twitter, I don't remember who he like reached out to, and found me, shot me a message, and we were up till like, I don't know, like 1 a.m, just like going back and forth about how we start this whole, like how we get this thing off the ground and running. And we're now 3 seasons in. Didn't really start on a high note. So our first match was the 2-1 loss to Killy in the what was it? The League Cup. Like first round of the League Cup.
Yeah.
That was tough, but I mean thereafter we started collecting trophies, got a little bit more of a following. We got to help take part in the trip to Chapel Hill, help put those festivities on for the entire weekend. Yeah, it was a blast. And I guess long story short, it's taken root.
Yeah, no, I think me and Chris are the same way. It's almost becomes like a way of life.
Mm-hmm.
Almost, I know it has for me. So
yeah,
but yeah, plus like when you're up, starting the CSC at the ground floor, like that really like pulls you in. And I mean, I know it's a lot of work, and we talked about that the last couple of weeks with guys who've been starting new CSCs, like in it. So, I was down in your club one time last season. I think you might have been there. I was like,
yeah, I was there. You were actually sitting in the seat that I was sitting in when I watched John. Davies knock in the heartbreaker against Bayern
Munich,
and I will never sit in that seat ever again. I'll never sit in that seat ever again. So, like I sat in it. I can't remember what game this season. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
We gotta move. Nope.
There's Alan giving you guys a little shout out there.
What's the bar that y'all watch at?
Madrerua and Park Circle. A nice little collection there of every type of cuisine you can go to. What was it last Saturday for the Scotland match? We had a bunch of Scots were out, but then we started bar hopped afterwards down the street to the Colombian bar that was like the home base for the Brazilians. And then somewhere else after, I can't remember, but yeah, it's a fun little spot. I'd recommend to everybody who has any sort of inkling of coming down, please do. It's a lot of fun. And then weather starts to get warm, we have our patio parties. Typically, we've done that for like the first game of the first match of the season, and then typically we do it should we make it to Scottish Cup final, which we've done the past 3 seasons. 2 out of the 3 have turned out well, but it's still a blast.
Yeah,
either way.
dude, that looks like a good time. I've seen pictures.
Oh,
of that.
it's a lot of fun.
I think I was there the last game of the season last year, so I was there the week before.
Yeah.
So would have worked out better if I timed my trip right, but
that's okay.
I was in bad shape that morning when I was at the club.
That's fair.
I think it was a kid. It was my last day in Charleston after like 3 days of binging, and like I had nothing.
I don't know what hurts more after a weekend or like a time in Charleston, your head and your liver or your bank account.
That too, yeah. And the food. I mean, it was just like we were eating out all weekend, and like and the guys my friend who I was hanging out with was drinking bourbon and stuff all week. So I think I was just full. Like I just drinking beers all day and like I just felt
easy
full.
to do.
Like I didn't feel hungover. It was more like I feel like I'm just gonna burst. It's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
But it was good. Ended up being I think we played St. Mirren, and that was the one where scored on the last kick and to keep the streak going. So that was cool. It was good. Ended up being a good game to go to.
Yeah, we've had some great ones there. I think I've like just how ecstatic like some of our guys are. Like we've got, I think a majority of the people that we have there, I want to say we're either like from Glasgow. Might be like we got a guy from like outside of London, but a lot of them like come over because they all played like college ball down here. One of our guys is you just ruined it for me. I got the
oh yeah, nice. Sorry,
I got mine by the way. There he is. Look at him. Oh my goodness. Seeing whether it was true or not, I think it was on BBC, him like reaffirming his like drive to continue pressing in Scotland. Made me really happy. Reading that.
Dude, that would be amazing if that ends up happening. I don't know.
Especially was his last 7-8 games, was it, that he just all ripped off?
Yep.
Yeah, incredible.
Scoring goals in the World Cup doesn't help that situation either.
The price just went up.
Just like Elijah Just.
I was just about to say that. And what's wild about him, he was watching. I think it was either might have been the game against Hearts. He was like watching at a Celtic bar with us. Like
I think I saw
that. But the pictures that came out were like, guys, those are signals here. Come on.
Yeah.
But as soon as he ripped those 2 goals off the first match, I'm like, that's an extra, like, gotta be 2 million, extra 2 million just right there.
That just knocks Celtic out of your running. Cheap club. Let me throw up some comments. I'll just throw up a couple comments from the start. Brady from out in Wisconsin.
Up,
hell. Strange Love. Hell. Danny, I haven't heard from him in a while. We have to get him back on.
Hanford. Oh boy, I used to live in Lemoore. How about that?
We had him on a couple times. He's like out that way.
Oh, he's a trip. I love him.
Yeah, I used to live 10 minutes away from Hanford. That's cool. And then what is it? The Garage? Can't remember the guy's name.
The Garage.
That's him.
Yeah. Okay. He sent me a comment a couple days ago, and it like disappeared from my Instagram feed. And I'm like, I like every time he pops in there, I'm like, dude, I just hate that while I was there for like 2 years, not knowing that they were also awake as early as I would be awake. I would have just made the 40-minute drive up to Fresno.
That's crazy.
Easily would have done it too.
And hell, Sean, he was on a couple weeks ago. So good to see people in the comments. I know we're like the USA pre-show. I think tonight they're on at 10. I think tonight here, 10 our time, 9 your 9 your time, Chris.
It'll be that's right.
Okay.
But that's why we.
You what now?
Where are you in Tennessee?
I'm in Bell Buckle. I'm between Nashville and Chattanooga.
Okay, gotcha.
Kind of right in the middle, but
fair
south.
Okay, I've been through there. I'm also a massive Preds fan.
Okay.
Massive Preds fan. So
Okay.
yeah.
You're up
That
in Nashville.
what was that?
Good bit then.
There you go. That Bucky's when we what was it, made it just past Knoxville. I'm like, man, this state is amazing.
They're fixing to open one close to here and off of at Murfreesboro, and I every time I drive there, like I remember all of that being farmland. So like every time I see it, I'm like, God, that Big Beaver's going to put like 900 gas pumps up there, and like you're not going to see anything but gas pumps for as far as the eye can see. Like
seeing all
those
of people's
reactions.
Yeah, seeing all the reactions to like Freddie. Then him seeing a Bucky's for the first time. I was like, that was my reaction to seeing a Bucky's for the first time in Texas, in was it Katy, Texas? This is incredible.
They do have really clean bathrooms, though.
Absolutely. They run that place better than the military runs an installation. It's incredible.
Yeah, I went to a Bucky's that trip when I saw Chris last year at his house, and then went to see friends in Huntsville, and we went to a Bucky's. I think it was in Alabama. Yeah, it must have been Alabama.
So it was in Alabama.
Yeah, I forget where. It was like maybe 20 minutes from our friend's house in Huntsville. But that was an experience. I was kind of floored, and probably had the same reaction like you've seen on some of the people watching the World Cup. Their reaction to it, like it's a gas station. Crazy.
Last part to say about Nashville, though, we went up there for just to go up. Saw 2 Preds games. But I also didn't realize that. So my dad's family is from Clarksville.
Okay.
So my cousin, 3 times removed or something like that has my last name's Fort. I had no idea that she had I think it's like the municipal park to the east of Nashville is named after her.
Oh, wow.
And I went and I almost I teared up, I pulled down. I'm like, that's wild. She was she was one of the first female aviators during, I think it was called the Waves program in World War II. She was actually in the air giving, I think she was in the air, and there's a picture of the radio message that she sent from her plane watching the Japanese come in.
Oh, wow.
It was and if you might be dating ourselves a little bit, but the movie Tora Tora Tora, she's roughly depicted in the movie.
Oh, wow.
That's
cool.
Also my Tennessee connection.
Chris is my Tennessee connection, so
fair enough. Solid state.
Yeah, I had a good time.
It's okay.
I like it. We'd like to move to Tennessee.
Chris, Sean will be in Nashville in August, so maybe you guys can meet up at the what's the pub in Nashville? What's there? It's the
it's in what it's
the Lost Patty.
Lost Patty, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Lost Patty.
Or somewhere else.
Yeah, Sean, just send me a message, man. Yeah. We probably won't go there though.
Yeah. I think someone said something about Fresno County being rough. When I was stationed in Lemoore, I got recruited by a guy in my work center who's he's second generation American. He was born in Mexico. All of his family lived out there, and each team they needed a goalkeeper. So I'm absolutely. I learned 2 words playing. I learned portero for keeper and puta madre. The 2 words I heard the entire time. And I'm I don't like being called one of them. But what was funny though is their entire team was wearing Inter Milan shirts. I'm just coming out. The only kit that I had was the 2016 New Balance keeper kit. And I wore that one against playing with the team that's wearing Inter. So I thought that was kind of ironic.
Yeah, that's funny.
Because there's another team that would always play in the field, like as I'm saying, like I'm still in goal right now, seeing this. They're all wearing hoops at the thing.
Wow.
I'm like, hey, guys, got you. I've already got the kit and everything. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, to switch teams.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's like funny, like like we started off with the Celtic origin story, and then like I think Dr. J from I think he comes down to visit you guys.
Dude.
And like his story is like bought a goalie shirt for his kid on eBay.
That's cool.
And had no idea what Celtic was, and the guy he bought it from ended up, becoming a good friend of his. And
that's cool.
They go like, so shit like that is crazy. And like,
yeah, like I knew it was a big club. I knew that they're like being, especially like over there where like it's so much easier to travel and like you kind of like spread out like from there. Being stationed in Greece, I was on Crete. The first like weekend I was there, didn't look at the schedule at all, and we're going down the coast, and we get to Malia, and there's a bar, I think it's called Shenanigans, and sure enough, later that day was Celtic Rangers, and it was like 40, 50 Celtic people just like hanging out, and I like roll in, and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't check the schedule. And I sat down, plopped down with them. And I'm singing with them. I'm cheering with them. They were like looking at me like, wait, where are you from?
Right.
I'm like, I'm in the Navy. I'm an American. I'm stationed here. And like, how are you a Celtic fan? Like, and I give them that story and they're like, that's impressive. All right, you're good. And I didn't have to buy a single beer the entire time. Albeit they were like, do you want Guinness or they have Budweiser? So, America, you're good. And I'm like, oh, let's go Guinness. Come on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
Yeah. I'll say this comment by Brady. I don't think there's any pubs in Myrtle Beach for Celtic.
No. I asked John that, and he's watching his garage for the most part.
You could hang out with Dr. J, I'm sure, and watch a game there. Or
he'd probably love.
I know he goes to Charleston.
He is.
What's it like an hour and a half? I think about right.
I think so. Like going up 17, we did it. We did it the first week of this past season. Excuse me. I think it was about hour and a half, hour 45.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it was getting out of Charleston and like through Georgetown. But yeah, it's not a bad drive.
Yeah, because he ended up that morning I saw you last year. He ended up driving up, and probably I ended up hanging out with him the rest of the day that day.
Yeah,
like I said,
he's a good time, especially when we decide to forego Madra and we go to Connor's garage. That's a fun time.
I've seen some videos. It does look
there. Oh my goodness, the one video, like you can barely see me going out like back because I couldn't watch that the last 10, 15 minutes of it. I'm out back praying. And I was raised a Southern Baptist, but I'm out here like I know just enough of the Hail Mary to just and the Lord's Prayer, and I'm out there like I don't want much. I just want this, and you'll see me scurrying out there and just going, thank you. People flopping down on the ground, people like running all over the. Oh my goodness, that was
there was a lot of great videos like that one, all over, and I think there was a lot of people like you who couldn't watch at that point.
I couldn't do it.
Way.
I can only pace so much. I can't sit down. I really can't sit down. So that room that we're in, me sitting at that booth for however long I'm the one I gotta pace.
Oh, I mean, I stand in the living room.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know what everybody else is like. I do it for two things: Georgia football and Celtic.
That's fair. That's me with South Carolina football, and then instead of saying Jordan, my fiance, my better half, that's same situation now with Georgia football. I am affectionately called a Georgia sympathizer. I think that's the best phrasing for it, especially as a South Carolina fan. It is what it is. It could be Clemson.
Yeah, Chris turned me into a Georgia guy. He took me. I went to one game in Athens and became
Which one?
a diehard. Oh, it was before they were really good.
No, I mean it was
it was
I don't think it was
Louisiana, Lafayette, or whatever that.
Yeah, Raging Cajuns.
Yeah.
That was one of the first games I remember going to as like a Carolina fan. Was like 2002. That I actively remember. It was like a 14-7 win, but like going to a stadium like that, it's incredible. I went for the first time to a game in Athens this past year. Against it was a Texas game. It was incredible.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah. The only other college games I've been to Army Navy game twice in Philly, which was cool. But
that's so cool. That's a bucket list for me, especially being in the Navy and not like one that's like so like pessimistic Navy, like the rest of my fellow shipmates, especially in like how it is. Where was it?
In Philly.
Okay, yeah. Probably the best spot. That's right. That's probably the best place for it to be. To be honest with you.
I was with my Army cousin though, so we were cheering for Army. So you probably would have not liked that.
Hey, no, that's the one day like I don't care. I'll beat Army. You won't say go Navy, you say beat Army.
Yeah,
and
it was a cool experience.
Yeah,
it was different. It was different though than I would say the Georgia game. A different vibe. Like it was cool, but like being down in SEC football, I think it had a different feel to it, which was, it was cool.
And I am one of those SEC people that is not like so naive to think that football does not exist outside of the SEC. Like talking to Connor about like the videos from like whiteout matches at Penn State, that's up there. Mm-hmm. I would love to go to one of those. That's incredible. Like being at like Celtic Park though, I'm going in like that first match, like I'm going into it like my understanding of like a massive stadium and like a football game was SEC football. And I've been to some great ones, like at Williams-Brice and Columbia, but that environment was another thing that like roped me in real quick. I had no urge to pull out my cell phone. I took maybe 2 videos while I was there. Then my phone went right back in my pocket. And you get hooked. It is. Oh, it's intoxicating.
Yeah, that's we like Sean's comment here. I think we've talked about that a couple times on other shows we've done. Like, and it's true. Like, out of any sport over here, has the most in common. I'm sure you would agree, Chris.
I would wholeheartedly agree. I think it's wild that the thing that people want the most is passion. People want to go to places and they don't know that they want it, but they want passionate places, right? And I've been to Celtic Park. Celtic Park is pure. Like you can feel it when you step, on the Celtic way, like leading up to it. Like it is palpable, right? Like you can taste it. The same could be said for, a number of SEC schools, for any, Auburn, for example, right? Like I've got family that are Auburn people, and I've been to one game at Jordan-Hare Stadium. And you step foot on that campus, and like you feel it, and it's a different feeling. But I mean, there's still 90 some odd thousand people that are just screaming for 3 hours, and I think Sean's comment about the comparing the SEC or college football with European football, I think it has some like there is a unique current that kind of runs to that. I think the other part of that is that the way that it's not always the financials, or it used not to be as much.
Yeah.
But like, like you could still say that, like, hey, the University of Georgia is a institution of learning, and there are people that get degrees and learn and graduate and, you know, succeed in the world, and they play football, right? So there was this, like, it was more of a club, right? Like, you went to this school, this was blah, blah, blah. And the NFL has ruined all of that for everybody. Just the amount of money that gets made off of, like, I saw something where, and I know this will drive Drew wild, you know, Drew up in Knoxville wild, but like they're thinking of making this entertainment district in Knoxville around, you know, Neyland Stadium, and when people do that, all they're doing is gaining profit off of something that doesn't need profit. It needs to be able to thrive and create that passion itself. Otherwise, you're going to kill it. Yeah. That's my biggest gripe with sports right now, is that, like, even like the hydration break. I'm going to go off for a minute.
I want to say I looked over a little while ago, and I just had to like cut my eyes because they're at the hydration break. So
I get it.
Fourth quarter.
It's 97 degrees. You're in Guadalajara, Mexico. I get it, man. You need to take some water, right? Don't cut the TVs and put on a fucking commercial.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it. As soon as they started doing that, they're going to ruin the sport. And I can't tell you how nice it is to tune in to Celtic TV and watch a match and push play. We're playing it. And then when it's over with, I push stop and we're done.
It's done.
And I don't have to hear about, you know, how many sports drinks and, you know, tires and whatever the fuck else that people want to sell you. It ruins the passion when you do that.
Every single messy commercial.
Yeah, it fucking ruins it. And now this hydration break where they have monopolized it, where they're like, well, we're going to cut away, but we're also going to put a commercial on the other side. You American greedy pigs. You fucking imbeciles, man.
That's see, that isn't capitalism. That is greed. That is greed. In the same breath that we are saying all of this, you want to sit here and make all this money off of this amazing institution that has brought generations together. That is the only thing that I could think of when they released whatever this, what was it? This jersey, this new strip for the 60th anniversary of the Lisbon Lions. You want to sit there and like just squeeze this sponge dry without trying to reinvigorate a new generation, because people are coming in now. They're seeing just how greedy the optics look. How greedy the optics look from the board, not doing anything to help the fans, kicking out your biggest supporters for the laundry list of excuses that you want to like give to kick out arguably what is it? Americans love to use the term the 12th man. I know it's been used elsewhere, but to kick out the 12th man in form of the Green Brigade and the Ultras, sure, certain rotten apples, whatever. But when you saw the difference between them not being there, where it looked like a COVID stand, to them coming back, and it is the loudest you have ever heard, and we do what we do post-split, how can, like, I mean, it's pretty glaring. It's like screaming at you from the north end. Like, why is and then you want to just pump out all of these just ridiculous pieces of merchandise. You want to throw all the hospitality and whatever else out there. Like the emails I'm getting now, it's always like, buy this now in the Celtic Superstore. Like, no, like get players. Actually figure out a manager situation. Give the manager the tools. Why don't you take some of that money and put it into the stadium?
No, you're right.
What's the reason here? You're squeezing this beautiful club, this beautiful story that has what helped get me into it. I think I've understood so much more about what fundamentally like what Celtic is, just being over here as like just a casual to get into the point where now I'm like, I don't know, we have a podcast over here in North America talking about like these issues here where it's like I'm starting to ramble at this point.
No,
but
you're
like,
good.
It's just
we like to ramble a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know nothing about rambling.
Not at
right,
all.
And it's tone deaf, I think, in a lot of everything they do, and you hear people say like, whatever, Celtic is a merchandise club that has a sporting wing kind of thing, and it's
what it's looked like.
They're definitely playing into that lately, and I like that's what I grabbed some pictures of and I didn't put them in here, so fuck it.
It's a nice looking top, though. I'll say that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I saved the pictures, but I didn't download them onto the site, so fuck.
Man,
I think they've got some great ones coming out. Like I love that we're getting the trefoil Adidas logo. It's just such a great look and everything. But again, this is one of those campaigns that like I have absolutely no problem with. Me being an American and only knowing like capitalism, you're killing your group, the people you want to like sell this like product, not just like merchandise. You're selling a product to like people that are obviously hooked. Why are you
even more to the point about like how during the World Cup, right? I don't expect the U.S. to win the World Cup. I just don't. I think there's way much better talent, in the world, right? But I think that the way that the U.S. system for football / soccer, they are killing the game for the sake of you got to be the next MLS #1, and they've monopolized it to a point where all of your good talent is going to Europe. All of your good talent's going to Latin America. All of your good talent is not staying in the U.S. And, hosting, having North America host the World Cup from just the actual people, learning the sport, understanding the sport, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, golden opportunities, right? And I feel like they are not creating a system where kids can develop in such a way to play the game, and they overproduce, and there's all kinds of stories about these kids that start playing at like 8 years old, and they go all the way, they spend 10, 12 years and thousands of dollars to like travel.
I think the average is like $5,000 before uniforms.
And it's like you're killing your talent because you're trying to squeeze it out of him. And it ruins the sport. Just like hydration breaks with commercials. They shouldn't.
The MLS don't have hydration breaks.
Like you go to Germany and look at their the way their academies are set up for player development, and they are meticulous in that they are in stages, right? Where a kid develops a talent, and then it goes on from there, and they have different formulas to how to figure out what their potential is. Well, they don't have that here. You get somebody's opinion, and they go around to 100 different AAU club, travel squads and scouts and this, that, and the other. And then because the MLS is not an open system where you don't have promotion or relegation, there's no stake in it for them. All it is it's a big commercial. And if people can't see that, you're not paying attention to what American football could be if we got if we started making institutional changes where this becomes bigger than, whatever. I feel like there's a massive opportunity to bring people into the sport, and while it's been phenomenal to watch all of the World Cup teams and their fans celebrate, all of Scotland and Boston and and just everywhere, man. It's like it's been great to see that kind of stuff, but like the commercialization of it would kill it.
Yeah, I hope they don't. And you feel like it's going to keep going on, at least with FIFA. Like they're going to do it again, no matter where it is. It could be like hydration breaks in like someplace cold, even like.
So, and the thing with the hydration breaks, like I understand it being in North America, predominantly in the U.S. It looks like you turn it into a 4-quarter sport.
Yeah.
There were hydration breaks in Brazil as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that set I don't remember if there was in Russia. I don't think there were.
I don't think so. I think it was Qatar. I think Qatar had them.
Qatar, I guess I can understand, but I mean, I'm fairly certain it gets kind of cold at night in the desert.
Yeah.
I've been to Bahrain, I've been to Dubai. Not the coolest places on earth. No. But I think having it even once, especially like you're telling me that you need hydration breaks in countries that all of their leagues do not have them. The MLS plays in the summer. I think they're talking about going to a fall to spring setup in the coming years or whatever. But the fact that they're playing and a majority of the stadiums are open. You don't have a Mercedes-Benz or an Atlanta stadium, whatever. For all of these teams that have the luxury of like opening up the roof, people that play in Miami, Orlando, Texas, Houston, like they don't have hydration breaks.
Right.
So why is this a problem that needed fixing?
Yep. And that's right. And Strangelove is right.
I agree there.
And I think that's what it was.
I agree.
Qatar. It was based on the temperature.
In Brazil, I also get.
Yeah.
But no ads were shown when they all went. And
exactly. Right. Yep.
I've found myself going over to Telemundo for it.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think last time around it would be like 2 minutes, so there was no time for it. Now they probably directly set it up to be exactly the amount of time that you could fit in a commercial, and get some money.
Yeah. Like 3 commercials that probably go for how much money to sell the. Oh yeah. Oh, and another thing, biggest beef that I'm having now with.
Yes.
Love that. Also with the MLS thing, whatever, clubs designating certain European players, like it's almost like we call dibs on them, and you have to pay like however much for a discovery fee, and I was a fairly big Atlanta United fan, like when they first started, because just that was a very grassroots system that came up. But then seeing like what the MLS like turned into when I after the fact, I'm like, you know what, I don't want to divert my attention elsewhere. It's like fun. If it's the only thing on, like if it's playing like on like local cape, I don't care. I don't care. I'm so hungover from watching Celtic that like just like mentally hungover, and probably from tenants, but I'm just so mentally hungover to like give a shit about a terrible looking playing style on plastic fields. Like I'm good.
No. We'll just start jumping into the comments, but yeah, I would have to look at him. It's been a while.
Carl Starfelt.
I think
absolutely.
He was really good.
100%.
And Negrin's going on. Or Negrin's in the frame right now.
I would take Carl Starfelt back yesterday.
In a heartbeat.
Well, that's what I mean. Wasn't it like the stat?
Bring back Jacinta while you're at it.
When him and Carter Vickers played together, like I don't think we lost
Celtic
the game.
Getting the Sweden end.
Oh, I'm sure they're everywhere. You'll see one probably in every stadium.
I don't want to seem insensitive, but I feel like it was a Japanese kid wearing it because it looked like the Nakamura kit.
Makes sense.
That's because I had that one. Watched it one time and it got destroyed. The Carlin came right off.
This is off topic, but yeah, I agree with Strangelove here too. Totally off topic, but
Like NASCAR.
yeah, exactly.
Like NASCAR. I've seen that too.
So I guess we kind of been
Yeah, we kind of
like a little bit. We're all all over the fucking place.
We're on summer break just like Celtic is, because
we very much are.
we start training tomorrow with our backroom staff.
Yes, exactly, and that's kind of how I wanted to open it up in terms of, like I said in the beginning, like you're seeing other Huns got Shankland, Hearts. I've seen multiple guys signing. You're seeing like Falkirk and everybody, but
yeah,
like what is happening?
Oh yeah,
it doesn't come down to
Calvin Miller from Falkirk, massive pickup that we were looking at for the longest time. Nothing.
Yeah, and there are a bunch of guys you never heard of, but they do like that. They have that whatever the one that works with Brighton and the stat based
Bloom.
Yeah, and they're picking. Yeah, I mean they're getting guys from the one was from Belgium. I think he was from the club that Wanyama came from to us. But what's happening with Celtic, and a lot of it comes down to again like that. There's just no fucking communication at all from the club.
There's no transparency
outside of trying to sell. Yeah, that's right. Strangelove, Jamestown Analytics.
Jamestown Analytics. Yeah.
I know I was trying to come up with a name. Other than trying to sell us, a new jersey or new training tops, and like that's all we get out of the club. And Martin, like Chris, you said, Martin O'Neill, does he have a backroom staff yet? You saw Gavin Strachan last week.
I saw that. Yeah,
he's gone. And he's a guy. I mean, he kind of took heat a little bit over the years, but he's a guy who stuck through multiple, hung around through multiple managers, which. Yeah. You would think that the managers have the ability to kind of pick and choose the staff that they want to bring in, and he, I mean, you got to that says something for him at least that he's been able to stick around through Ange and Brendan and
the fact that
Martin O'Neill twice, and
when Brodge left, taking John Kennedy, that was what I think hurt me more than Rogers leaving, and that audacious statement that they just released out of so uncalled for. That's like something that you see middle school girls do on Twitter back in the day.
But yeah, like William, it's Groundhog Day, and I know me, I had expectations that for how shitty that last season was, and I know we ended up winning a double. That the board / Dermot Desmond, whoever, realized that we needed to change, and but it's more the same. So I don't know, Chris, how are you feeling with the lack of anything happening? Really,
I'm disappointed.
Where do you start?
Yeah, I'm disappointed, but am I surprised? No. I mean, this is the same stuff that we were talking about, towards the end of the season. Is as soon as the World Cup's here, man, before you know it, it's going to be Champions League qualifiers.
Yeah.
And I just
does it happen
I feel like
during?
No, it's
not the round that we're going to be in.
No, but it's the first week in August.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to have zero training time afterwards. Because look what we did last year with it.
Exactly.
Sorry to cut you off.
You've got World Cup squads that are gonna delay it, right? Because they're all gonna take 2 weeks after the World Cup. Because who can blame them? Take 2 weeks and go wherever you want to in the world and go kick your feet up. But when they come back, they're gonna have 2 weeks, and then we're gonna have Champions League qualifiers. I think the thing that I'm disappointed in, and Sean, you said it, it's just the lack of communication. They came out and they said, okay, Martin O'Neill's the manager. Great. Where's the rest of the staff? Where like what's happening? Who's signing players? Like, I mean, is it Martin? Is it Desmond? Is it, the lady? And I know she was super nice, and I forget her name, but the lady that runs the front desk in Celtic Park when you open the door to go in.
Yeah.
Like,
I met
she's
her.
like sitting there on the right. Like
Met her on my tour.
Who is signing players? Because, I mean, I don't know, man. It just seems like because there's no communication, there's just this big, blank space where we don't know what's going on behind the closed doors, and I guess we'll figure it out whenever we get there.
Yeah,
and that's what's just disappointing is that I would hope that some lessons were learned last year, and they weren't.
No, between how many, I think starting with, what was it, the winter transfer window where we sold Matt O'Reilly, and then last summer, trying to keep, only podcast I seem to listen to just pretty consistently, just driving around, just because I can just listen to it in the background. It's Super Scoreboard, hearing what was it for the Como Cup, right before Nicholas Kuhn went over there, and he was there with Valle, albeit Valle's done more over there than Kuhn, complete bust, but we're getting plenty of money out of this. And here we are, fast forward to the off season, after we should not have won a double, but we did. The fact that we are, when I say we, I'm not a part of this, the fact that you're trying to organize pay cuts for Fozzie and Sean Maloney,
right,
to get them.
I mean, do you think that's true? I don't
see. I've seen it so much,
and
but the fact that this is even coming to light, just like the thing about Martin O'Neill could walk thing and everything, the fact that any of this is coming to light at all, that this is even something we're having to worry about. If that's the case, if it's not the case, come out and do something about it.
Yeah, bring it. It's announce that they're signed.
Guys, this is not the case. It's so easy. You had no problem dropping a statement for any other thing,
right? But that you were talking before about the Green Brigade. That was one of those things last season. It just seems so easy to just let them back in and fix that. And it ended up working.
Act like nothing happened.
Yeah, and they just don't make those easy moves. That it's fucking maddening. And
did y'all fill out that fan survey? I think it's 2024.
Yes.
No, I did.
I did. I did at work. I was working nights. I saw it, and I definitely did. And where's any of that? Where's that?
Do you think they even put any of that content together, or just dumped it all?
I remember reading. I think I saved the PDF from afterwards, where they released what they what they got from the survey, but. Like Forrest Gump said, I called it $1 million wound. I haven't seen a nickel of that $1 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt, you mentioned that the Graham Spears article, and he's seemingly close with Martin, so he probably has a little bit of inside knowledge there, that he would even was possibly even thinking about walking, which again, I mean, who knows what to believe at this point,
right?
But all that, it kind of makes sense a little bit. So yeah.
So let me ask you,
imagine if that happened?
Well, let's play what if, right? So what if all of that was true, and Fozzie and Sean Maloney don't sign, and Martin O'Neill walks? What then?
Yeah, I mean, that's disastrous, I feel like.
Yeah, because we've missed out on, even when he was still in the interim, Jens Bertolascu went to where was it in France?
Toulouse.
Toulouse.
There's no back.
And then in that time, like whatever, Derek McInnes was always destined to go to Rangers. Whatever. Hart signed a manager. No time, like in like less than a week and a half. Like a week and a half time, they've already like got a different club, but at the same time, and this is what I've been thinking the entire time. This goes for all sports. The goal of you win a championship. The goal is to be better. You are the best. How do you become better? What I think their mentality has become, and they've gotten so, and I love this term because I'm in the Navy, so complacent that, we won with this array of players, staff, coaches, whatever. So why isn't that good for this year? Like, y'all aren't winning, but why?
Right.
All the other teams, seeing that they didn't win, they weren't the best, so they're trying to chase us. And we're making it a hell of a lot easier by not doing anything. Complacency.
It is. Complacency is definitely a thing with them. And I mean, you see it. That comes in you take that back to last summer in preparing for the Kairat qualifiers. Like it was just like complacent. Like we're fine. We'll get through this, and then we'll based on nothing because we always struggle in those.
Yes.
Those type of
watching those when I was in Greece. I think we played like PAOK while I was in Greece, and I'm like, heck, I might go up for this one, but. Watching them, like how are like whether it's like a situation like you have with like a Cape Verde or like these smaller teams that are coming in and just like in the World Cup and just outkicking their coverage. Why is it that it's always us that can't do that?
Mm-hmm.
And it just to me, it just comes down to an issue. Like the only thing that hasn't changed is the people pulling the strings.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then
I'm throwing up Strangelaw's comment here, and like, I would say like it's.
You know what? Yeah, I think we should have just let him enjoy retirement.
I do too.
It shouldn't have gotten to the point where we're pulling in a 74-year-old manager.
Yeah, 74, I think.
To have to rework some magic, which he's magic, but. Because that's the only way we won. Like, because sacrificing, what was it, 24 points with Nancy?
But I think the issue, well, I mean, for me it is anyway, is that if Martin walks, right, and you don't have any backroom staff, so that leaves us with no manager and like half a squad, and we start training tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the amount of academy players that they had to pull up.
I mean,
I get that's what they need to do, but like there's almost more academy players coming in for preseason.
Yeah.
And if you look at that list of players, so many of them were on like loans, what have you. There's almost more academy coming in than players that were like consistently starting and getting good minutes. Might be exaggerating, but like it's pretty staggering.
But if like, is James Forrest going to open the building up? Is James Forrest going to open up Lennoxtown tomorrow morning?
James Forrest, player manager.
I mean, like, legitimately, like this is what I'm thinking. If Martin walks, then James Forrest has the keys to the building, because there's nobody else that's going to be able to do any of the things that the first team should be able to do. If you don't have a manager or managers and or anybody else calling the shots there.
Like, and at this point, he's just the coach at this point, because if he was truly the manager, like I just learned what that meant. I guarantee you, like this, like underbidding on players. It's getting to the point where now we're getting looked at as like a club that it just doesn't seem serious when you're lowballing players that like who's the guy from Bodo Glimt that like we were looking at, and then like all the like the Go Ahead Eagles guy from last year.
Yeah.
Everybody that we were looking to get, we were lowballing to the point where it's like you're like showing yourselves out of the out of the negotiation room.
Like, it's a lack of ambition.
Yeah.
Like clubs aren't stupid.
Yeah. I mean, that's
arrogant to think that we can just do that, but off of our name alone.
Mm.
And we do. That's the one rumor you see now. I mean, you see very few rumors about players that they're in for, but they're with Chyla from Hibs. Like, I think they were talking. They were like, it was like £4 million they were offering or something like that. And they're gonna lowball that, and it's gonna come back. And I think he's decent. And I wouldn't be mad if they brought him in, but again, it's just, I don't know. It is becoming almost like it's just a shit show. Like, and the only thing, if Martin left, and like going back to Strangelove's comment that he wouldn't care right now, it wouldn't, other than it just being embarrassing and to the club and showing how chaotic kind of it is right now. But we haven't brought in any new players. So, like, in that regard, like, it's not like we signed a player that Martin wanted and then Martin left and we have this player that, how's he going to fit into this new manager stuff? Like, that's not an issue because we're not signing anybody.
Because we're like the great influx of talent that we got from the Ange Ball era is that keg is about tapped. It's preposterous to, and like all like yeah,
that's good.
I just lost my train of thought. Like all these clubs too, like the Rangers getting the 49ers in on it. Nowhere giving them like any sort of credit here, but at the same time, these organizations are such dynamic processes that look at Hearts. It's the like median age of these people are still people that probably aren't anywhere near retirement age, whereas you've got the 51% shareholder here, like just monopoly manning over here, counting his money like they're restless. Give them a new jersey. They'll love it.
Yeah,
we need a keeper. We need a striker. We need we need more wingers. We need 2 strikers. Sorry, we need another goalkeeper. Like that's what we want. We needed to reinvigorate the stadium. We need a safe standing section behind. What's that? The Jockstein stand behind the goal, like every other major club has behind their goal, but we're in the corner. Like our loudest contingent is in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's, I don't know. I think we said last week, and I threw out the number, and it all depends on who goes too, because now, like you see, Alistair Johnson has a great World Cup and he's worth 30 million, and he leaves.
His price tag just definitely went up $3 million after that game against who was it? Qatar, where he's like involved in like 3 of the goals.
But I think last week I said, like, I think the club needs to invest, I say, at least £50 million.
Yeah.
Particularly if Dyson leaves and you're getting 20 million in Engels, you have to at least 50 million. And like, do you have any faith, Chris? Do you have any faith that that's the amount that they're going to spend this summer on players? I can't imagine them spending 50 million.
I mean, I don't. It's a good question. I want to say that I would say never, but I just don't know anymore, man. Like the world's a weird place at the moment. Like I I don't know that they would spend that amount of money on players.
No.
Especially, and I mean, but this was sort of the issue with Martin, I think, for a lot of people, is that at 74 years old, how are you going to convince a 19-year-old that has all of the potential in the world or whatever, that like you need to come to play for Celtic, because he's not going to know anything about Martin O'Neill, like you know what I mean, like if you're putting Martin O'Neill out there as this is who you want to go play for, that's like people of between me and Matt, right? Like in age, like I'm almost 50, and Matt, you're
don't
like,
look a day over 35.
Well, that's not true, but that's
I am 50.
But
wow.
But my point is that Martin O'Neill would have been perfect at the 2003 era, right? Of Celtic, of oh wow, Celtic's on the ascendancy and da 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 da. And
we didn't mind a really man of the match.
I just don't think that Martin O'Neill's going to be that for us in 2026, and that's not to say that he's not the legend that he is, but like I don't know, man. I have faith, but I don't.
Yeah.
Like I hope that they get players. I hope that they do this, but if we're just gonna kind of roll everything out and hope for the best, then the only thing that I can do is roll around and hope for the best with the rest of y'all anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The hope, it's the hope that kills you. But like the little sliver of hope that it's gonna happen, it's dwindling even more.
That like you even hit the nail on the head with the Ange, like that well is dry. All of the talent that Ange Postecoglou brought to Celtic is either out the door or is on the way out the door, right? Like I don't think that Rio's going to make it in this offseason. I don't think that Dyson Maeda is going to stay with us. If Jala comes back,
if he stays, I think he stays till like the winter transfer window. If he stays,
I think Jala coming back. He's 2 years on injury.
Yeah. Now they're looking at like November for him.
Yeah.
CCV, he's been injured. Like that. Lightning in the bottle that we caught with Ange Postecoglou, all that's gone. All of it's gone. And you either need to go find another lightning in a bottle or at least go fishing for one and hope that you get that kind of that was the Ange Ball pipeline too. That was the Ange Ball pipeline in Japan. And did he also have Korea? Did we have those Korean guys as well?
We got
Yang.
Yeah.
Those were guys like when they came in, they're like, who are they
players
that turned into players that like we're gonna like, oh, you remember that Maeda's bicycle kick? Those like those are up there like being compared to Larson's chip. Like these are the like type players that like we are just like I was there for that. That's like the era that like we hope that we can like get a new generation of that kind of ball in, because I haven't seen it. Like we have like our flashes just because like we've had to do it, but yeah, unless we like go and like find that needle in a haystack, it was not happening with Mavuka. I wanted Adamu to do well. That didn't happen. I love that he scored that goal that we needed him to score.
The one goal.
The one goal.
Ox, man.
Good one.
We've had a history of like we've almost like it's almost kind of looked like what the MLS is, where you've got players that are like on their way out. I mean, Joe Hart ended up he pulled himself up by the bootstraps when he was not playing so hot, and ended up he's not a cult hero.
Yeah.
for Celtic, where like he was already that down south, and now he's one of our favorite keepers.
Yeah.
Schmeichel, another situation. I don't want to talk about him.
We talked about him enough last year.
And then Ox,
Nancy and Schmeichel were the anchors on last season.
You're so foamy.
Nancy
but
Schmeichel.
then and that's I go back to Engels. He's one of the only times we've actually spent money, and he hasn't. I mean, he was really good. I think when at the end of last season, I always said him and Dyson out of anybody in the club are the two guys who really got us over the line. I think to win the title.
Oh, and Ian Acho, the
too.
sub on Talisman.
Yeah,
but spending whatever, I think it was 10 or 11 million pounds on him, and you're seeing it's not like he was amazing for us, and you might be able to get 25 million pounds to sell him on.
Was it 24, 20, 25 million was the latest one that was kicked back.
So spend that money. I just feel you need to enough of the 2 million pound just kind of guesses on players. Spend the money on, and he was a young guy too, which get a guy who's got a little bit of pedigree, spend a little bit more money on him, and I don't know, but I just I can't see them doing that.
I hated watching when we were in that search for a goalie, missing out on Livakovic from Fenerbahce.
Yeah, Fenerbahce.
Is he
Croatian
keeper?
Mm-hmm.
Hated seeing that one fall through, because that would have been a massive pickup, and it wouldn't have been we're signing keepers to last a year with an extra year option, because it's either the option or the other option is they retire. He was 28 at the time, and we would have had him. Keepers have incredible longevity. Look at, was it Cape Verde or Curaçao's the 41-year-old? That's just incredible.
No, that was.
And that guy's a stud. He
was good in the first game. The second game, he looked a little shaky. I
think that's the one that I missed. I think I've seen about 75% of the World Cup games this go around. But
I've just watched highlights. I haven't watched any of it live because I'm gonna protest against FIFA. So
I've been watching Mexico. That's about the only thing I've been consistently watching is Mexico.
Did you get your jersey yet?
I did. That
was nice.
Oh yeah, the white away kit. Oh,
yeah, that was a good one.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, he was.
I don't know.
He did look solid.
I feel we're gonna be coming into this qualifier against whoever it is, and it's gonna be a team similar to Kairat last year, and it's gonna be I think we're gonna be in that same mode where we're all right, let's just get through this tie, and then we'll invest in the tie.
That Kairat situation,
fucking lose my mind if they do that.
That Kairat situation looked exactly what was it? 2018, 2017, losing to Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
To a guy who had just gotten off of his shift as he was either an electrician or a plumber who scored against us. No disrespect to him, because that was an incredible performance, but.
That was Brendan's first game, so
yeah,
it was.
Yeah, that was 2016, 20. Yeah, I remember. I think
we
I was
got
in Virginia.
Who's this guy? This guy in the comments, Buffalo. I'm gonna have
to
ban him. I'm gonna have to ban him in a second.
I'm not Irish. I'm an American. I'm an American. I won't ever claim to be Scottish or American. I was born here, but that's cool, bud.
Yeah, I love when people.
It is what it is.
I love when they get in the comments like that. Yeah, so I actually have gone through with my protest. There's been a couple times where I have wavered. And
I've been seeing it, and I appreciate like these things. Just like I love having it here, but with everything that's like gone into play, like it's not what, at least what I would assume like the like world's game's biggest competition like should be. Like I just heard. I think it was yesterday. I was on a walk listening to Super Scoreboard, and a bunch of countries like they like subsidize like the ticket prices just so their fans could like get over. They're already spending so much money to get over. I think it was Morocco. It was like $50 like per ticket, where the Scottish people next to them paid like $800-900.
Because great.
I mean that comes down. It's something completely different. That's like an individual like FAs, but like if that's just an example of like what this has been.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I don't think I watched any of the last one either. So it's more, I have this, I'm like,
watch it for USA.
Anti-FIFA. I remember like back in the day, I used to be like, I love watching the US team. Some of my best experiences watching World Cups was, I remember like that US Algeria game when
oh boy, yeah,
Donovan got the winner right at the end. I mean, that was one of the most chaotic. I was watching at the Iron Abbey, which is one of my favorite bars here. But yeah, so so it's hard because I do enjoy watching the sport, and like I said, like there's been a couple times where I'm like almost pushing the button on the remote to switch it over to watch particularly the Scotland game, because I know, like, I mean, just watching the people in our chat group are sending videos and pictures.
Yeah,
and
same.
So it's hard not to get sucked into it in that way. But and I mean, I know what's going on. I know all the scores, and just to try and keep up with it, but I haven't watched a second of it like live. I've seen a few highlights.
Yeah, it's just I'm like
I am strong.
any like sporting event, like I've said this to Jordan before, when like any type of sport like comes up, like so she was an equestrian at Georgia. If I see like horse racing or equestrian like on like when I'm just like scrolling through, I'll like kick it over and I'll just, you give me something to cheer about. There we go. And so like that's just watching football, soccer, for whatever. Just to put on a match, it's therapeutic for me. Like just the same, like if whatever college football's back on, I'll throw whatever game is on, Maction on Wednesday nights or whatever it is. No.
Yeah.
No, but I have no idea who was trying to be Irish.
I know, I didn't.
Not in this feed right here.
It's your
you think I'm going to be Irish with my accent? I mean,
I know.
Come on, man.
We all got different accents tonight. So.
Yeah.
That's what. Like, I don't know, man.
Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
But yeah, like, huh? Okay.
I think William's completely right. I think Kyra is. I mean, it has been the norm, so why not expect it to continue to be the norm? Even though I did think we would change up after how shitty last season was.
Oh yeah, and even when we got dumped down to, what was it, the Conference League like 2 years ago, that was atrocious. Like we're playing like teams that like who?
Yeah,
and we can't do anything with that either. Like it just doesn't seem like there's a desire to want to compete more, because like we're winning, like albeit like this last year not the way we wanted to like win a championship, but like we do this fairly regularly. Why is it that the board is just okay with doing that and like winning domestic, not having like any sort of like ambition like at all? Like what we did and how we drove Bayern to the brink.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn around and lay a goose egg against like Borat's team.
Yeah.
I only say that because like Sacha Baron Cohen wearing a Kyrat jersey doing the Borat impression, just it sticks with me. It haunts my dreams sometimes. Like,
that's like, to your point, that's the frustration, right? That's the frustration is that you hope that they would learn all of these lessons and do all these things, and maybe they are doing all these things behind closed doors and nobody sees any of it. But the frustration comes because you don't let everybody else know what else is going on with it. Yeah. Like if the board or whoever's making decisions right now would be transparent about what they're wanting, what they're doing, what actions they're taking, what steps they're taking, who's this person, like, go down the list, man. Like, if you want people to get on board, tell them to get on board. These are the things that we're doing. This is how we're going to implement it. This is the manager. This is, here's all, the budget that Martin O'Neill's been given. Here's the players that we're looking at. Whatever it is, right? But if nothing's being reported on other than speculation about Martin leaving and not signing, and Sean Maloney and Fozzie not signing, and I want so desperately to just say, look, just let us know what you're doing. Give us the task of like, hey, you want me to get pumped up for Martin O'Neill's return second season? Give me something that I can bite onto and say, look, this is something I'm going to take, and I'm going to throw my fist in the air no matter, who hears it or not, that Martin O'Neill's our manager and we're doing this, we're doing these, all these players are coming in, blah, 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 blah. I'll do the work for you, Celtic. But you got to be transparent enough to say that this is what we're doing, not saying anything, because the rest of the world has been making deals all day, every day, and it's being reported on. It's not a professional way to run a club. I will do the work for you. Just let me know what it is I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to help you.
Say, Chris, did you just crack a new beer? Because that sounded real close to optimism.
No.
That sounded real close to being optimistic at start.
Look,
I like it.
Saying, like, optimism kind of flows through my veins anyway. So, good. I guess what I was trying to do is I was trying to bring the positivity back to it, Sean. Before
I appreciate that.
Before we close it out.
Yeah.
That, like, hey, I want desperately to be excited about this player that nobody's ever heard of that comes in and we're like, oh man, look at him when he, this is going to be great. Get excited about something. Shit. I mean, like, what's the point of being a part of something if you can't be excited about it in the off season? Like when the time that you're supposed to be relaxing and be like, you know what? Martin O'Neill's going to win us the Champions League next year. You know what I mean? Like, where is that? But I can't do any of that unless I'm being told that we've got things in motion at least, or at least the backroom staff to open up the Lennox Town tomorrow morning when James Forrest comes strolling in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
Balaquish has been there. He's been.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he's been there, but you keep seeing videos of him training. Like,
yeah,
got nothing else to do, so.
But
maybe he'll be a revelation next year.
I think my point stands is that I want to be excited about it, but I want Celtic to be transparent enough of what's going on in the back rooms that things are at least progressing or getting better or something. Like, that old saying, no news is good news. No, it's not. No news means that nothing's happening.
Yeah, with Celtic, definitely.
Especially with Celtic. Yeah.
So I'll throw out a couple of other Celtic-related topics. Did you see the list of friendlies that were playing this summer?
I was about to bring that up too. Yeah.
I don't know how you feel. What do we got? We got Shelburne,
Middles,
Dublin,
Shelburne, yeah.
AC Milan, and Sporting from Lisbon. So I mean, it's decent. Obviously, we'd rather them coming over here again because I don't think that's going to happen for a while because we're going to be.
No, that was yet another terrible example of mishandling and greed coming over here. So I went to obviously the match in Chapel Hill, but Liverpool and Man United played at Williams-Brice Stadium, and I just don't think people know how to promote something like that over here. Like, that was a great idea and concept. I can't speak for, like, playing DC United, whatever. The Man City match was great because we made it our own. I got back home that Sunday after the match, and I meal prepping, and I immediately threw the game back on, and all you can hear is us. Mm-hmm. Albeit a couple chants that maybe some people wouldn't have liked to hear, but all you could hear is us. All you could hear was us. And like, we're like rolling into, and they're selling like Holland jerseys. As people are like walking in, they're actively like spending $70-$80 on these things. And we're all like rolling in deep as if they had just left the London Bridge Club going into Celtic Park. That was us. Just like rolling heavy in, taking our section. And all you can hear on the ESPN broadcast is us singing pretty much the entire time.
Yeah,
it gave me goosebumps to listen back to.
Yeah, we were in South Bend, and it was probably the same way. I didn't watch it back, but it was probably.
We went to a bar to watch that one. It was great.
Yeah, it was probably 50-50. So we talked about it last week, Celtic, Chelsea, but we definitely were the louder and not plastic fans like EPL fans like tend to be. Not all of them, but
not all of them. I was having this conversation with someone recently. Like, I had to explain like what plastic meant, and I was like, "Well, where do I start?" You have to give I immediately go to the Celtic Man City example. It's just,
but you're right.
Did not promote that well. Like, it was like maybe like that stadium. Realistically, like, I mean, it's painted in essentially the same colors as Man City, but like, the fact that it was maybe 30-40% filled out. This comment, I wish it would have gone to like the what was it? They held the open practice. A bunch of our guys went to the open practice. Like that, those aspects of it were great. The meet and greet in what was it, at the Hibernian pub in Raleigh, incredible. The fact that I got to touch the two cups, that was great. That was wonderful. But like, they could have done so much more like with it for like fan involvement. Like, I wish they would come back over here again. And like it was 10, 12 years prior that they were in Philly. I think Connor said that he went to that one.
2012
Real Madrid. Which is crazy.
And then I think before that they played like at Fenway Park. I remember, I think I saw that on ESPN.
Yeah, and like those 5 years before that, they were over here every other year.
Yeah.
And then it was like a 13-year gap, which is crazy. Yeah. I would say, and strange enough, I thought the tour of the USA was great, and it was like obviously like for us to get.
We did beat both of those teams, and it was great for us Celtic fans. It was incredible.
Fucking pumped both of them. I mean, Chelsea particularly. I what was it, 4-2?
And we looked great against Man City. We looked incredible. That was a match.
Chelsea was 4-1, and they got a late consolation.
The late one. I think it was like Madueke got it. I think. So, that's fair.
The only thing, and you kind of touched on it, Matt, the merch that And I think that goes back to Celtic, our board kind of not thinking we're just not maximizing the club's potential. When you go to buy merch at those games, and it's like it was like that 12 or 13 years ago at Real Madrid, every game I've been to over here, the merch section for Celtics opponents is 80% of the stand. And then and like Chris, you can vouch, South Bend was probably 50-50 at least for Celtic. So like all those people there, like supporting Celtic, some of them may not be like, may not be the diehards, and that's the time you can sell them that merch and get them into the club. But the club just doesn't. There's just like this lack of belief that you know what I mean, that we're like we're not as big as them. So you know what I mean, and so that part is super frustrating. Like,
I mean, but like you could see it building up the whole day though. Like we were right across from the entrance to Notre Dame Stadium with a tailgate. There was what 300, 400, 500 of us that were all kind of in that area, all together, and every single group that came by that were Chelsea supporters or whatever, like you could see them look at us like, I'm jealous of what you have, because we were just out there having a good time, just like this was the best thing in the world because it was it was awesome. But
we beat them 4-0. Yeah, we beat DC United 4-0.
Yeah, so I mean that tour, it was 4 goals each game. I think it was 4.
Yeah, yes,
4-0, 4-2, 4-1, and the 3.
All the pictures from like South Bend I thought were like incredible. Going like the touchdown club for the pre-match, whatever. That like I'm not did again what they did to the Georgia Bulldogs recently. I don't want to talk about, but I would have loved to make that trip up there. Like that would have been really cool. I've got the oh my goodness, the poster somewhere.
So
the old school poster that's so cool. I need it framed. Put something in here.
I had Georgia tailgate chairs, and there was one of the security guards from Notre Dame came by. And he tapped me on the shoulder, and he was just like, "You're gonna have to get those out of here." Like,
not a chance, mate.
We haven't gotten rid of all you Georgia football people out here. He's like, y'all are something different. And I'm like, no, go Dogs.
That's okay. They beat us the year before in the Gator Bowl, so I think they just they're like Sherman's march to the coast, man. Jesus.
But yeah, so I mean, obviously, I wish we could do shit like that again, but I think it's gonna be a long time.
No,
it's gonna be a long time before we see that happen, and it's a shame because it really is. Almost like we always talk about like the fail in Philly and the one in Detroit.
Yeah.
Like shit like that is so connecting.
Did y'all go to the one in Detroit?
I did.
Chris did. I was supposed to.
How was that? Because I was talking to. I can't remember his name up there. I'm so bad with names too. I'm just gonna be blatantly honest. If it's not on a name tape, I'm gonna ask you like 7 times.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, I was talking to them about it. I'm like, that would have been really cool to go to. I love what they do up there.
Detroit was phenomenal. They run a great club. We had a great time. Wonderful weekend. Best people in the world. We also went to the Detroit.
I was about to say that. Yeah. I saw your koozie earlier. I got my battery scarf over here somewhere.
That's a fun place to go watch a match.
Yeah.
Super fun place.
Yeah. But like shit like that, those kind of events are connecting to the club. But when the club actually comes over here, and
it's special.
It is the best way of like. We had a guy from the only reason why he came to the game at Chapel Hill because he was like from Honduras, massive Honduras flag. Like one of us was just like, no, here you can have here's my kit. You're with us now. Like, and it's like, this is also on the Celtic. It was so cool. Like, Connor was like next to him the entire time. Like, we still bring that up. So it was so cool. And it was what was also really cool about that match. The only fan that rushed the field, he didn't go to Holland. He didn't go to whoever else. He ran straight to, and he's not with us anymore. He went to Luis Palma. That's why he was there. He was there for Luis Palma.
That's funny.
Luis Palma. Wow.
I was in a Home Depot once wearing the hoops, walking by. It must have been a Honduras guy, and literally all he goes Palma, Palma, Palma. As I'm walking by, I'm like, yes. I don't think we could have communicated any more than that.
St. Pat's here. St. Pat's in Park Circle this past March. Not only as I'm wearing, I think I was wearing this shirt. No, I think I was wearing hoops, to be honest with you. I'm like walking through to like try and meet up with like my people, and I hear just you key in on things when people like you know when someone is talking to you, even if you're not looking at them. And some dude's wearing like tricolor, and he pulls his sleeve up, and he's got a Rangers tattoo on his arm, and I'm like, brother, what?
Excuse me?
But right after that wasn't even the point of the story. I just think that's really fun. I got a great picture of it. Point after, like shortly thereafter, some guy like is like in passing, he like double takes at my strip, and he's like, I love y'all because y'all have Arajo. And I'm like, all right, that I was going on base one day, and I have so in my truck I have like 2 jerseys that like don't fit me anymore, and I just have them as my seat covers. And I was going in, and the guy is like I think he's like first generation American, like from Honduras, and another one is like Luis Palma, and I'm like, where are y'all coming from? Like, all right, it's just that kind of like interaction like you just have. I was at yet another reason why like I love this club. Like I went with Jordan and her family to Universal, and family checking out, all wearing hoops. Just walk by, quick hail. They're like, oh, hail, mate.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In passing, like you'll see them like everywhere. It's things like that, like them coming over here, us do it, like y'all doing the fail. You'll like Vegas. I love that New Orleans took the mantle, albeit build up to like World Cup and everything. They took the mantle. They did something. That's how you.
Yeah,
that's how you get like you build it. Like that's where you from like Brew from girders. That's where you create your foundation. Like, and here we are. Like,
yep,
absolutely. And we're talking like the 3 of us from all different parts of the United States, chatting about Celtic on a Thursday night. Like it's amazing.
For an hour and a half.
For an hour and a half plus. Yeah. Now we're keeping it going.
Yeah.
Till I have to pee. Too bad, but
well,
I'm getting there too. It's 10 minutes. I'll throw up Strange Love's comment. Do you think starting a Celtic? Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
It'd be it's cool in concept. I think I would appreciate one more as like a USL club.
Yeah, I could see that. I would like to see like youth kind of teams, because I know like there's like Liverpool, like I know the one guy we had on, and he's in the Plowboys club with us, Declan. He was on with us one time. He coaches for a Liverpool academy team in the South Jersey area. That would be cool. I think I would. I don't know MLS. I don't even think like logistically how that would work.
We'll say like New York Red Bulls is attached to obviously Red Bulls, and then the ownership group with NYC FC is also like Man City.
Yeah.
I don't know who else.
So a connection.
Like Leeds is with Leeds also has, I can't remember which team. So the 49ers, I can't.
Yeah.
The problem is the MLS academies. The way they are set up, they're set up by regions, and you can't break out of those regions. So like if a kid is in, let's say they're in Tennessee, right? They can't be snatched up, for lack of better terms, or signed up for any other MLS team besides Nashville SC.
Okay.
And like it's like that for all of the MLS teams. the teams that like the Liverpool Academy teams and stuff, they're operating on an entirely different level of like these two things don't interact, right?
Mm-hmm. And that's just like the Bayern academy that's over here too.
Yeah, like the MLS, like if a kid's going to go up through the MLS academies, they're locked into that MLS team and no other MLS team ever.
Do they have to get signed by the parent club before they can even do anything?
100%.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's
why those there's a number of European clubs that have academies in Florida and South Carolina, and Jersey and New York, and all over, mainly the East Coast, because they are. And
there's more and more popping up. Yeah, I just saw a story recently. I can't remember where it is, but I think there's like one in like DC or something like that. I can't remember which. I think it's like a German club.
We have a Shakhtar Donetsk academy team, like right by where I work. It's like the Ukrainian American club. That's the youth club there. It's called the Ukrainian American Club. Yukis, we call them. And that's like they started an academy team at that club there. So like, I mean, that's, you think Celtic is on the level of Shakhtar. I mean,
and if they wanted to set up an academy here, they could and they should. But interacting with the MLS, I think, just as a principle, either if it's MLS, next or whatever the second tier,
MLS next, yeah.
Whether it's that or their academy programs, like I think MLS is a closed loop system that has a shelf life.
Yeah. It's almost like your like neighborhood gangs, like you have to pay us protection. Like exactly. this is our turf.
Yeah.
Don't come on our turf. Like, well, I don't want to be on your turf. Like,
but I guess to Strange Love's question, and if we're the best place to create it, I would say Boston, based on how you would see,
especially recently,
it would probably be really well accepted.
I'd even say Chicago.
Yeah,
I'd even say Chicago with I was gonna say wherever you have like working class area, because I guarantee you it would be like certain like foundational, like hopefully in theory a foundational structure based on certain things that go completely against what we were talking about earlier, the $multi-thousand that kids are paying for like these various academies. And like a couple of our guys, they're like coaches in these things. They do incredibly well, and it's like that's the only way that you can do things over here. Like nothing against it by any means. It's like but that's like sadly what the program like has, like the foundational U.S. soccer like has become here.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't one of your guys like the coach for the Citadel? Isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah, they actually did a local story on him. Or I think it's like our local ABC station did a story on like him going over there, like in the connection, like when the whole like with Tartan Army blowing up everywhere. I think he like made it back before, because I think he's in Ireland right now. He like came down. They did a story on him because he was all up there. All the videos from their excursion up there was just top class. It was great. But yeah, him, and then he's gotten like all of like his coaches pulled from like the Scottish, like I guess guild of coaches over here. That's where he's like pulled from, and that's who they've got like over at like the Citadel. And then I think it's like SC Surf, I think is the club team that our other guy Tam is a coach at. They do, man, is God, him at a watch party. It's like you learn just so much just listening to them like talk about like tactics like during the game too. And it's like
right.
My goodness, like I'm getting a $1,000 like bit of education just sitting next to him while I'm drinking a tent.
You had one of your guys was a ref, I remember too. I remember like older. Was that
Ryan?
Was that Brian? I thought that
That's
might
Brian.
be Brian. Yeah.
Yeah, the pictures that he like shared like in before we went over to, or even like with what our WhatsApp chat, like when, because he was from he was at Manhattan, Fenian, but yeah, the Fenian Boys, like 70s heyday.
Oh, okay.
Like and then he like made his way down here, like
yeah,
like
Matt,
being on the field, like for him.
I wish we could have made it work tonight with him. I remember.
Yeah,
I
would love to hear his story.
Connor suggested him. He's like, you would love.
He would have loved it.
We'll
get his. We got to get his setup.
Yeah.
Squared away, because some of this, like, he could tell you some belters.
Yeah, I'm mad because I was gonna tell everybody. I'll talk about that offhand, but I feel like we're in the post show already.
Yeah. I've only had 2 beers.
I know. Last thing,
one of this 4-pack left. Yeah.
How do you guys feel? I'll throw it to you first, Chris. How do you feel about a Monday night season opener versus Dundee?
Oh, I forgot.
I mean,
oh my god, that's a refill topic.
It's well, no, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. It sucks because of the people that travel.
Yeah.
To Celtic Park, and I hate that for them. But as for me, I mean, it's not going to affect me whatsoever. A Monday night's actually kind of cool for me.
Yeah.
You know, like a Monday afternoon.
It's like Monday at 3 for like 3.
Yeah.
Or 4.
So like, you know, I get to sneak away, watch Celtic. Okay, cool. But I mean, it typically doesn't need to be on a Monday, especially a flag day. A lot of people want to be there for that, and it's shitty that they've done that.
I think it's bizarre. How about you, Matt? That's insane.
Sorry, I just lost my train of thought because this is the ball. This is the game ball for the Paris Hilton.
Nice.
I saw that somebody said Austin Trusty's starting.
So
he is.
So hot.
Yeah, this is like we've already qualified and everything. Like this is like they're starting essentially like everybody that's been on the bench the entire time. But I just completely lost my train of thought seeing Paris Hilton.
Madness.
But my opinion on it doesn't more so have to do with like us like watching it here. It's the fact that it got pushed to Monday. And I think one of the reasons why it's I might have the name wrong, the Commonwealth Games or whatever is happening across the street at the
there was some
Rome or whatever. Those 2 days, I think it's like the Saturday and Sunday. So splitting like the logistics right there, being right across the street where like all the like the team and everybody's buses parks while they're waiting, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I knew there was.
So I mean, it's the best case situation, especially because the police force logistics as well with it, the traffic aspect, crowd control, it wouldn't work. I hate that it happened this way. I mean, but people are going to go either way, especially because it's a flag day. Like it's just the fact that it's on a Monday, the off Monday games like during the season. It's like, I mean, okay, like other leagues do it. I guess the EPL does it. They'll have like the one like game on a Monday that they go from Friday to Monday. It's just how it fell this year, I guess. I can understand why people are kind of like are upset about it, but like I'm kind of like taking a more like wide view on it, where realistically you have all these other things like in play. Selfishly, I wish you could just do it on a Saturday, suck it up. But like, it doesn't make sense because Lord forbid something happens while this big competition thing is. I don't know what the Commonwealth Games is, but
it's like the Olympics for like all the countries associated with Great Britain or something like that. But Colonial Games.
I wish it was on a weekend. Colonial Games. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I think I just said Commonwealth because I lived in Virginia.
No, it is Commonwealth. It is Commonwealth Games. You're right.
I think that's
I think probably
synonyms or something. I don't know. Okay. He calls it okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Colonial Games is brilliant.
Strangely, I've had a question about MLS, but I feel like I'm just not the person.
I mean, like, I only know about certain things about the MLS, like the things that I don't like about them.
Right.
Like the things that I do like about them.
Tend to harp on that.
You know.
So the MLS is one of those leagues that doesn't pause play during international play.
Yeah.
So like you are essentially like playing like with a handicap at times.
Yep.
And
if you have good
again, a league that has no incentive to like you're going for for playoffs. Like playoffs make sense in other American sports, and it works for the MLS because there's no relegation or promotion. The USL going to that model, I think, is beautiful. But another thing, like with the MLS, like so many of these other clubs that play in like I don't know if it's still the case, but like Atlanta United has like Atlanta United 2. There's like other MLS clubs also have like their
feeder.
Their B teams, their minor league, like I guess feeder teams or whatever, like baseball does. Whereas like like other international like teams, like they play in like the youth leagues. You have like the youth leagues, like Celtic B. They have a separate league for it. Whereas these other clubs, I don't know if I do not pay attention to MLS. I don't know where they are. I just went all into Celtic. I completely like relinquished any sort of responsibility to be up to date with the MLS.
Same.
I pay enough attention to get myself in trouble, but like Chattanooga FC, that would be my club if I ever had to pick like a club in the U.S. to be like that's my
club. Battery.
Yeah, that would be Chattanooga because that's where I was born. Long story short, Chattanooga is a MLS next club, right? So anything that's going to happen with Chattanooga FC after that is all going to happen in the MLS feeder. Greenville
Triumph, same. I have that scarf over here.
Yeah,
as well. Just
and I just think with like a closed system like that, and you don't have. I mean, obviously that's why I've got a Detroit City koozie and not a Chattanooga FC koozie, Brady.
Yeah.
But my point is that closed loop system doesn't allow for Detroit City to be in the conversation, or Charleston Battery, or some of these other clubs that could be like a third tier team, but if the whole system was different. But the fact that MLS is closed, nothing goes in or out without the MLS actually getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm never gonna think about MLS in the same way that I support Celtic. Yeah. Like it's only Celtic in my opinion. Everything else is just a one-off.
It's just something else playing on in the background.
Yeah.
At this point, like I only reason why I have Apple TV now is because they have some of the best shows out there. But like I think they've now included MLS TV with it, and I think I've watched a single Atlanta United game. Whereas like I would watch that like back before the whole TV deal. Like I'd have to like link my laptop just to like play the game because of when I was living in California. Like, but it's not relevant. Like it doesn't.
It's not even good football with that.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Like my first experience with the Philadelphia Union, the first season they came was a friendly against Celtic, and I walking around the stadium was getting screamed. Like I don't even know if they had played a game yet, the Union, and like these people are acting like they were like diehard Union fans, and they're like screaming at me wearing the hoops, and I'm like,
I think is that just Philly sports in general though?
Yeah, I'm like, shut up, you're just a fucking fraud. Like, So that kind of soured the whole Philadelphia Union thing. And then I heard a lot of them were Huns anyway too. So there were a couple Celtic guys I know, like big remember Yampi he was always going he was a Union guy, and
was he really?
There was a couple who would go watch them sometimes, but one of my neighbors do you remember Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sat in the Sons of Ben section.
Oh, right on.
But another little Celtic connection with the U.S. Sorry, Timo Weah is also starting.
Nice.
That was as soon as we got him. I was like, I would love to see him in the hoops, and then we got him out for that loan, and oh my goodness, that's one signing I wish we would have made.
They fucked that up. That was
they absolutely did, and they did not
play him. Fucked that up.
They did not play him near enough as to like the talent level that he had.
Yeah, that was frustrating. So I think we're coming up on 2 hours. I think we'll wrap it up there, so we don't burst. We still need our Depends sponsorship.
No, we don't. We just don't get to do it for so long. We have to do that.
How did we do that? We did the one that was like almost 3 hours, and I didn't have an issue that night. Yeah, so I don't know how we did that.
Well, me swiveling a little bit is my That's
when was it 2 weeks ago? I had to run off. Screen. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna burst. It just snuck up on me, but so we'll wrap it up there. Thanks, Matt, for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish we could have got Brian too. I was looking forward to doing a kind of Charleston.
Yeah, that man's a hoot.
Episode, but we'll get him on again, and we'll get you on again during the season.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. I'm not gonna. I was going in like I have no problem like speaking, but it's like you got to push me on stage, and then I'll then I turn into Napoleon Dynamite, going dancing his curly hair off, man.
I talked to Connor before. He had complete faith in you guys, so. For tonight, so but yeah, so
that first one that he was on, I was like, oh man, that's cool. Got a little name drop in there that made me happy. Like when you're a little kid and you're on local TV news, that's like that was cool. But yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. Like I popped on like randomly like in the chat, like in so many of them because I love sleep, but sometimes I'd rather watch. Like last night, I was watching all of our highlights from last night, our highlights from last season, on YouTube till like 1-something in the morning. Just that's all I do.
I do that sometimes too. So, but yeah, and thanks for everybody in the comments. Like, Matt, you haven't been in there. Like, it's they help feed the show, and so it's awesome getting that in there.
Yeah.
If you can give a like and subscribe to our channel so you can find us. Like this week we moved from Wednesday to Thursday because of the Scotland game last night. So it just helps you be able to, find the show a little better.
Yeah.
And so we're actually doing a kind of special show on Saturday night this weekend with the guys.
Well, USA.
Who scored?
Was that Trusty?
Was it?
Uh-oh. I got a train.
Was that Trusty? Trusty? No way! Austin Trusty scores with a left foot shot. What a time to be alive.
Dude, Dyson and Trusty scoring.
Connection. There you go.
It's a good night for Celtic in the World Cup.
And he settles the ball. What was this? He settles the ball and shoots. All right.
I'm glad we stuck around and got Trusty's goal on air. That's awesome.
A live goal reaction with Austin Trusty. I love it.
Love it. Yeah. Wish I was watching. I'll have to go back and watch that replay. Even though
it's only 3 minutes in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Saturday night, we're going to do a special show with the guys from the Tactical Review on our channel. So we'll have Paul and Anthony. We'll be on Saturday night at 9 p.m. East Coast time. They'll be like 9 a.m. Sunday because they're in Western Australia in Perth.
Oh boy. Okay.
So we'll see how we
That'd
make
be
that
cool.
work. It should be interesting.
That'd be a cool one.
But we've been talking about doing that for a while. They're good. I always watch their show. So I'm excited to get to talk to both those guys on Saturday night. So more pints. I'm gonna have to get some more good double IPAs in to be ready for that one. Chris, thank you as always. I'll see you on Saturday night. And so hail, and thanks for watching tonight.
Cheers.
I'm on the hoops.